All right, ladies and germs. Um, Dr. Mike here, back, better than ever. On all my channels, Facebook, YouTube, over here on Instagram. Going live with some thoughts. So I was gone last week, away from my great family. I was in Chicago at this event called the Delta Conference with my mentor, friend, Dr. Alok Trivedi. And it was quite an amazing experience. I want to share a few thoughts on that. But before I do that, I'm going to try something different because I want to share, tell you how my morning went. If this video will work, I've never used a video on this device, on this system before, so we'll see. So last night, my back was a little sore and my stomach wasn't feeling the greatest, so I slept in the recliner. Unfortunately, I do that from time to time. It just is what it is. So about 5:30, 5:45, I'm woken by this sound, and let me see if I can get it to work. So let's just see if I switch my view. That's not going to play. Should I get it to play? Shoot. Oh, let's go with the audio, maybe? Shoot. Nothing. Should play a video. Nothing. Dang it. All right. Well, it was going to be hilarious. So if you go like Google what noise does a fox make at night, it is the most blood curdling, disturbing sound you could think of. I won't do it here because I don't want to, but it sounded like something out of a M. Night Shyamalan movie. It was horrible. So look up, here, just YouTube that, Fox Sounds and Call. And that's what I was woken up to at about 5:45 this morning. Yeah, it was great. I don't know if it was after cat, chickens, who knows, but if it should make its return, Catherine and I both have come to the conclusion that it will be meeting its maker if we get a clear shot at it. So anyways, yeah, the fox sound was the stuff of nightmares. Anyways, so Alok Trivedi, let's talk about the Delta Conference. First of all, if you're interested, I'm going to give him a couple little plugs. So he just released a book. It's called Wired for Wealth. You go to Amazon. It's a bestseller on Amazon. He shares a lot of his concepts on our relationships with money. Great stuff. I highly recommend. And if you get his book, I'm pretty sure there's resources. He's doing like 27 weeks in a row where he's going live. He's doing a live Zoom like every Tuesday night. So if you get the book, you also get access to him where he will be teaching out of the book for like 27 weeks. It's an amazing opportunity. I would highly recommend checking out his book, Wired for Wealth. And if you want more information on Dr. Alok, drrewire.com, that's kind of his central hub for all his stuff. Go check it out. He's got tons of great free resources, and there's a Facebook group, and there's all sorts of cool stuff. To begin to engage with him on a free or fairly low-level offering. But it's great stuff. So Delta Conference. I had several takeaways. Delta is an experience where you work on either another person or you work on yourself. The first Delta in February, I worked on my mom. It was quite enlightening, quite emotional, quite an experience. So I chose to work on myself this past one. And it was a different experience, but it was equally as powerful. Just going through, clearing old thoughts, traumas, patterns, things that happened in the past, just going through old stuff and rewiring them. As you could see, his name's Dr. Rewire. What Alok does is gives you exercises and activities and things to do to help rewire your brain so that you can evolve to a higher level of consciousness, function, better version of yourself. So, my takeaways, and these are unique to me. Everyone walked away with takeaways. It was the cool thing about Delta and the cool thing about Dr. Alok's community, this community of masters, is it's just such a great group of people. Like I've developed some great relationships with some folks just meeting them a couple of times, and I met some new people that I didn't know this past weekend, and it's a great community to be part of because we're all striving to be better, and there's no egos, there's no cliques, it's just people on the same journey, different paths but the same journey. So yes, way cool. So takeaways. Number one, I realized that I'm on this process, and doing these live videos is a great expression of that, because I never wanted to do videos before. I was lazy or just didn't want to, and I'm doing them really consistently now. So part of the process is becoming more comfortable in my own skin, becoming more comfortable who I am, and really just not giving a shit about what people think, just being me, and let the chips fall where they may. So that was a big realization, a big takeaway was I'm becoming more comfortable being me. And secondarily to that, but different, realizing that for the longest time, especially as a chiropractor, especially in my office, because there's so many outside chitter chatter and outside voices and people telling you sales tips and tricks and what you should say and do and this, that I've realized that I've been bullshitting people for a long time. I haven't been telling the truth. I haven't been telling my truth. And my truth is that you need chiropractic care from now until the day you die. And I've been probably too afraid to express that to people, worried about what people were going to say or think or do or judge me. So the reality is just begin to tell the truth in everything that I do. So these are messages to you too. Like you should do these things too. Like I think you should be more comfortable with who you are. I think you should tell the truth in whatever capacity you need to be telling the truth, whether it's family, business, life, to yourself, because I think I've been bullshitting myself too, so I'm also telling myself the truth. And then lastly, the third big takeaway was Dr. Alok spent about an hour and a half on the second day talking about health metrics. And specifically this thing called the Oura Ring, O-U-R-A, the Oura Ring. It's a ring you wear. It tracks heart rate variability, skin temperature, oxygen. I mean, it tracks a whole bunch of things. And we should be tracking those things. So I'm going to get one for myself in the near future. I'm going to get one for Catherine too. We'll be wearing these rings just to track, like, how are we doing health-wise? What are the metrics saying? And then we can every day look at those and see, all right, well, what happened yesterday? What did we eat yesterday? And then how did our body respond? What kind of emotional stresses did we have yesterday? And how did our body respond? How did we sleep? So all those things, and that's a beautiful thing about doing this rewire work, is it directly affects physiology. When you change your brain, it affects physiology and affects how your body functions. So those metrics will change just from doing this work that I'm doing. And it will for you too if you check out Doc's stuff. And the cool thing about Dr. Alok is he used to be a chiropractor, still is a chiropractor, but he doesn't practice anymore. He's moved on and now he's doing this higher level work with us, which is pretty amazing. But the cool thing about watching Alok was that he basically gave me hours of content, because it's all chiropractic he talks about. Because what I just said, if you balance and improve the function of the brain, physiology changes. Like, that's chiropractic too. It's just on a different level than what rewiring does. So it's given me a ton of great content that I'm going to be doing little 1-minute videos, little 30-second videos with all sorts of cool stuff, talking about chiropractic, talking about how when you improve the function of the brain and nervous system, you improve how the body functions. It's the coolest thing. So there's that. Now, a couple other things that I took away. I took pages and pages of notes, but a couple other things that I walked away with is one is, and this goes for my patients too, challenges lead to transformation. we're always going to be challenged in life. Always. Just, we're never going to not be challenged in life. But the realization is that when we are challenged and when we are rejected, it's a good thing. It leads to transformation if we learn the lessons from it. He said something on, we do a weekly Q&A call, and Doc said something yesterday, and it was again profound. He's talking about his kids, and he's like, I want my kids to get rejected a lot, because through rejection you get stronger, and through rejection you transform. I know the famous lady who she founded, what was it, Spanx, I think the company. Her name's Sarah Blakely, I think. And she tells, and I read an article about her a couple years ago, and she said her dad every night would sit down with her and her brother when they were at the family dinner, and he would say, "Tell me how you failed today. Tell me how you failed this week." And if they said whatever they said, give them a high five and say, "Great, keep failing." So it's the same thing. It's challenges and rejection and failures are all necessary things, and they all lead to transformation. So from a chiropractic standpoint, if somebody comes in here with pain, yes, pain's going to get better. But what chiropractic really does is it helps you to evolve your health to a higher level. So often pain and challenges are a wake-up call that something needs to be better, something needs to be done. So challenges always lead to transformation. And challenges never go away. It's just how do you respond to them? How do you let them affect you? A cool thing he said, he talked about his dad. He talked about his dad a lot. His dad seems like a really cool guy. And he said one of the things his dad taught him when he was really young was this quote: control your mind and you control your life. So my question to you is, do you feel like do you feel like you're controlling your mind? I know I am more getting into this work and doing this work. But that's a question for you, is do you feel like circumstances and events just send you into a tizzy? Tizzy, that's a great word. I think my wife taught me that word, because I would have never used that word had I not met Catherine. But do those things send you into a tizzy? Or can you see the benefits of everything and realize that there's balance in everything, and that when there's things that happen, you just respond to them and move on. So control your mind, control your life. And then lastly, I think this was probably one of my biggest quotes I took away from the Delta conference. And it still gives me chills when he said it. It was awesome. He's like, when you go home from this, please realize that life is not going to get better. So it's bad news for us all. Like, life's not going to get any better. But I'm going to be better. From doing this work, from evolving myself to a higher level of consciousness and a higher version of who I am. Even though life might not get better, I'm going to be better in it. So think about that for yourself too. Realize that if you do work on yourself and you begin to improve yourself in however you choose to and however you want to, life might not get better, but you're going to get better. And how you respond to life's going to get better. And that changes the game for everybody. That's all I have this morning. Man, I really wish I could have played that fox noise for you, because it was friggin' terrifying. I'll probably post it on my page later on, just because it was so bizarre. I'm still trying to get it to play again. See, it's just not playing in. Wish I get this dang thing to play, because it was harrowing. Anyways, I'm not happy about that. All right. Well, now I feel like I've robbed you of a very entertaining thing that woke me up in the middle of the night. So, anyways, I want to thank you for watching. I hope what's today, Wednesday? I hope your Wednesday is a fantastic day. Just get out there and kick some ass and take some names. Like we tell our kids all the time, kick ass and take names. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.